Hey everybody, it's Ragdolls again. This is the 90th time I've recorded this fucking video, and it's 4th of July weekend, and I'm not excited at all. At all. 4th of July sucks. Shitty weekend, shitty weekend. Shitty weekend, shitty weekend. Shitty weekend, shitty weekend. We hate you. Shitty weekend, shitty weekend. Hates us too. I hate 4th of July weekend now. I used to love it. I used to love 4th of July weekend because it used to be so much fun. And now it's not. Now it's not fun anymore because Tim selfishly went and got a divorce, and now we don't get to go to his kick-ass fucking 4th of July party at his awesome-ass condo and drink a shitload of awesome beer and have a great time. No, Tim went and got a divorce, and now he doesn't even live there anymore, and now 4th of July sucks. And now if you want to watch fireworks, you gotta go to a hot-ass 180-degree parking lot in fucking Sunrise Mall, and it sit up there for 4 hours waiting for the fireworks to happen without any water or food, and your kids are starving to death, and they want to die, and they're close to death because they're emaciated and dehydrated, and then finally the fireworks start, and you go home late, and then you got to work the next day. Boom. That's 4th of July now. Fucking sucks. I hate 4th of July. So, talking to you, Tim. You let us all down. And you're 54 years old, and you're probably never going to see this video. But just know that it's out there. Just know, everybody, if you see Tim, let him know how disappointed I am. So I want to get into some gaming news, and I also want to talk about something that happened yesterday while playing Call of Duty and how much fun I had. And it's been a long time. And so I'm going to go over that. And just a few stories about gaming news. First of all, we're going to talk about Xbox Game Pass and the update on that. We also got a very awesome quote about the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy. It looks like a lot of fun. It brings back a lot of memories, and it's just loaded down with nostalgia, and the game looks beautiful. I've seen a lot of gameplay review and a lot of gameplay features in the weeks coming up to its release, and now that it's finally out, I'm pretty excited. I think that this quote really defines what Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy is for a lot of people. And last is the if you've ever played Rust, I've never played it, but it's 5.5 million people currently own the game, and there's quite a few people wanting a refund, and so it's kind of a big controversy thing going on right now. I don't think it's that big, because it really doesn't affect the gaming community that much, and but the reasons for it are hilarious, and I don't think they're losing a whole lot of money off of it. There's a lot, I guess, in volume for most people, but for a gaming company with a game as popular as Rust is, I think they're doing all right. But it is kind of a featured story because the creators released a little bit of information about it. So let's go over the first thing I talked about. That was the Xbox Game Pass, which is kind of like Netflix, but for gaming. So you kind of get to play these games for as long as they're on the platform, and there's not a whole lot of them just yet, but their library is expanding, and right now that kind of includes Halo 5 Reach and whatever the fuck that game is with the zombies that came out of Microsoft Studios. I played it a couple weeks ago. It was okay. It was alright. Sunset Overdrive. It's a good game. It's a fun game. And a million others. Fable 3. You got the entire why can't I remember names of games right now? Holy crap. There's a bunch of games. You got BioShock Infinite, BioShock 2. I think BioShock 1 might be on there. I don't really know, but there's a ton of games. That's just to name a few. So right now, as of July, they are expanding the library, and these games include Resident Evil 6, which is not a great game at all, but it's a good game to play if you're a fan of the original Resident Evil franchise. Kind of takes things back to somewhat of the original story, but it's more like a movie. It plays more like a movie. That's what I would say. It's good to just play through once and just to say that you've played it. I actually liked it better than Resident Evil 5. Definitely not better than 4, 3, 2, or 1, but I liked it better than 5. I thought 5 was a little pretentious. It tried too hard to be 4. They also have Dead Island, the Definitive Edition, which is kind of like the Dead Island version with all the DLC. Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. Never played it. It's kind of one of those indie... I don't know. It reminded me of a cell phone game when it came out. It's got a following. The Flame in the Flood, that's a survival game. And then we have one of the racing games to kind of round it out is F1 2015. and then there's a platformer called Bard's Gold, and then a stealth game called Monaco, What's Yours Is Mine. So if you guys like any of those games, definitely check it out on Game Pass. There's a huge library. If you haven't played any of them, definitely check it out. I think that you would really like it. It's kind of like EA Access, but with a way larger library, and not as cheap. Definitely not as cheap. I guess, you know, with EA Access, $4 a month, you really can't beat that. And, you know, you got some heavy hitter games if you haven't tried either one of those platforms. Secondly was the N Sane Trilogy for Crash Bandicoot. The quote that I just thought kind of rounded out the entire franchise reboot and remaster was, it says right here, more than 20 years of the manic marsupial, more than 20 years after the manic marsupial first graced the PlayStation, the return of Crash Bandicoot isn't just welcome, it just feels right. A throwback to a more positive time, Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy is a testament to timeless game design and an example of a remaster done right by two studios split across two eras. Which I think really, I think that really hashes out everything I wanted to say about the gameplay that I've seen and the featurettes that I've actually watched. The game looks amazing. I loved Crash Bandicoot Warped. That was the third one, and what was it? Something Cortex. I can't even remember. Number 2, Crash Bandicoot 2. I didn't really like the first one, and I've seen GamerInks and GameSpot's review, and they kind of said the same thing, that the first one wasn't quite as good as the second or the third. And they really showed that with the N Sane Trilogy remaster. It's a great game. If you haven't played it, definitely check it out. It is now out. So, last thing was Rust. There's a shitload of refunds going out for that game. There's about 329,000, a little over that total refunds requested for the game Rust, and the reason being was that the game is just not that fun. So far the company's lost about 4.3 million on the refunds alone, but 5.5 million users currently own the game, so it's really not that bad. Last thing I wanted to talk about was yesterday I was playing Call of Duty, playing COD 4 Remastered, is what the recording is from. And I had such a blast yesterday just talking to all these people, and it really brought back all these memories of playing Call of Duty and how much fun I used to have just making people laugh. And I fucking loved it. It was great, and I would like to capture some of those moments if I could, but it's not a huge priority. You know that you come here mostly for gaming news and for my lousy ass personality. But thank you so much for watching, everybody, every week, and all of the new subscribers and all the support. So I'm going to try and put this video out about 6:30 Pacific time. And that's what I'm going to try and do on Saturdays, is have a regular video post at a regular, normal time when most people are watching my videos. But I can't thank you guys enough. Those of you that I spoke with yesterday on COD 4 Remaster, I had so much fun hanging out with you guys and making everybody laugh, and it was just a blast. There was like this 8-year-old kid that was just fucking hilarious. He was acting crazy. And that's kind of how everything started. And yeah, that's all I can say.